freedom and liberty. And what do you need to be free? What is the most important part of liberty? In my mind, it is personal property. If you don't own, and we've talked about this before, if you don't own your own body, if people can force you to do something with your body you don't want to do, then you're not free. And if you don't own the property, why would you work? We have seen in all the way across the socialism spectrum of fascism, socialism, communism, all of these isms that aren't capitalism. If you don't have the rights to the value you create with your mind and your body, with your thoughts, your education, and your actions, then what do you actually have the rights to?
Well,
So
that's a good point though, Eric, because a lot of people just think of private property rights as land or something physical, but it could be a patent or a trademark or something that you have created in your mind, not necessarily something you can hold in your hands. So that's also something important for people to know.
can anybody tell me, in order to have private property, which really is the absolute basis of capitalism, and we have talked, I believe, I just read the show notes. Did you talk about yesterday in your teenager takeover how everything devolves into an oligarchy other than true capitalism? Not crony capitalism, but really a constitutional republic, which
Yeah, yeah, we did talk a bit about how republics are the only form of government that lasts. Everything else between democracies uh, and multiple other types of
monarchies.
government all end up to be an oligarchy where it's multiple people as just the elite ruling the entire country. And so there's just kind of those two forms of government in the end.
Ethan, do you know what you have to have for private property to exist? There are 4 specific things that denote your actual ownership. So when you say it's mine, do you know what 4 things it has to have to really be yours?
You mean like paperwork, or are you talking about something else? Because I don't really
Well,
understand the question.
yeah,
Devin's got his hand up.
title's
Go
one
ahead.
of them. Paperwork, as you put it. Title is one of them, but what are some of the others?
Title is absolutely, I have to hold the title or the deed. And that is an essential part. It is mine in name, and I broadcast to the world that this belongs to me. What else do you have, Devin?
You have control over it. You also can use it, probably how you want to use it.
And there's one more.
Go
You
ahead,
need it.
Lila.
You have the ability to dispose of it.
All right, so 4 things. 1, I have title. 2, I have control. 3, I have the use of it. And 4, I have the ability to dispose of it in any way I see fit. Now, let's talk about, do we really have private property in the world today? Even in the United States, when these cities come up, and you know we're fighting the city of Alliance and North Canton about interior inspections, they are taking over control of our property. So they're not trying to say we have to give it up. We still hold the title or the deed, but they won't let me have control if they come in and tell us what we have to do. And it was already found unconstitutional in one of the many cases that we've linked on our Real Power Family website, which you can go to realpowerfamily.com and click on APO for Alliance Property Owners. And you'll see the case where they said it was illegal to force someone to do a point of sale inspection. That gets rid of their ability to dispose. They cannot sell it unless the government gives them permission. And that we have here in this county in Ohio, we have to get septic inspections before we can sell. I think we should be able to just waive, and I believe there is a way to waive it, but they always try and force you into more government inspections, which means if the seller wants to sell and the buyer wants to buy, and they sign a piece of paper that says, I agree, all these risks are out there, and I'm doing it anyways, that you should absolutely be able to do any consenting transaction. If two adults are not forced to do something, if they mutually consent to doing it, then what is the harm in that? They both wanted it. How is this not legal?